Morning, guys. It's Sunday morning. It's right at daylight. I We got chickens crowing. We got roosters crowing. And dogs barking. Horses are down there in the pasture and they're whinnying. They're hungry. Uh, just breaking daylight here on a Sunday morning, and I don't have anything for review here on the table today. So it's just going to be me talking. Uh, so the hurricane. That's what I want to talk about today. Is the hurricane. It affected a lot of people, and I just want everybody to know that you know we need to all keep praying for them. We need to pray for them, and do what we can. I donated the other day to the Samaritan's Purse. Uh, Made a donation there, and there's been so many people, even in the knife community, that I know, that I watch on YouTube here, that have been affected, and or know people that were affected, that know people personally. I personally do not know anyone that was actually affected. Personally, don't know anyone, but it was an event of biblical proportions, uh, that happened, and in my opinion, and I think that we need to keep everybody down there, everybody, in our prayers. There's another hurricane headed for Florida, I hear, Category 3. So, I mean, we just need to keep praying. We just need to keep praying. Uh, the and the thought that some people have that the government's going to help and save us. Well, we see what's going on down there right now. You know, so all you got to do is go through your YouTube reels, or go through your YouTube shorts or your Facebook reels, and you'll see how things are going down there. A lot of it's not being reported, uh, thanks to our government. So we need to remember times like this, and remembering times like this, you know, maybe who to vote for. Just saying. Uh, so when and I'm going to take this opportunity also to talk about prepping. Everyone needs to be a prepper. You need to have, everybody used to say a couple days worth of food in case something happens, right? That's what the government tells us. You need 2 weeks worth of food. You need 2 weeks worth of food. At minimum, 2 weeks of food. And and you need medication. You need food, water, enough to last you about 2 weeks at least, and you need to make sure you have enough medication on hand to get you through something, whether it be prescription medication that you take every day to keep you alive, or whether it be over-the-counter medication that you think you may need. Uh, you need those medications. You need you need medical supplies. In the event of something like this hurricane, you're going to be doing things that you're not used to doing. You're going to get scratched up, beat up, banged up. You're going to need band-aids, boo-boo kits, you name it. You might need something that's that you really need to actually keep someone alive. So dogs are barking again. So anyway, just remember that you need excuse me, you need these things, and you don't have to go crazy, but a lot of these people that are preppers, they put on, they'll put everything they own on YouTube. Uh, if you are a prepper, I don't recommend doing that. I mean, I like to think that I'm doing really good here with what preps I have. I've been prepping for years. Most of my life I've spent prepping, and I feel as though if something like this was to happen, I feel as though I would be set pretty well for an extended period of time. But you don't know till you're in that situation. All you can do is prepare for the worst and hope for the best. So so you have to you just have to be smart. You have to think. You have to think about what you actually have to have to sustain life, to sustain a way of life that you feel as though you could be comfortable with in a natural disaster or grid down situation. Okay. You need firearms. You need to train with your firearms in case of looting or the grid goes down and everyone goes ape shit, right? You need firearms. You need ammunition. You need knives. You need primitive skills, primitive shelter building skills. You need firecraft skills to be able to build a fire in almost any condition. You need to be able to purify water. You can buy those live straws. You can buy those Sawyer water bottles that has the filters in them. You can buy the little tablets, little chlorine tablets, or whatever the hell they call them for purification of water. Uh, you know, uh, a lot of people talks about bugging out. I live here on this farm. I'm not going nowhere. Okay. Uh, I've got bags in my vehicles that I call a get home bag. Okay. I don't have bug out bags. I have get home bags. All right. They have all the essentials that I could possibly need to get me back to home. Okay. Uh, and, and you need, like I said, you need to think about food, water. I live on this farm. I have 3 springs on this farm. I'm not going to go without water. Okay. And that's another thing. If you think you're going to just buy you 2 or 3 acres or 4 or 5 acres out in the middle of nowhere and that's going to be your bug out location, you need to think about the topography of that location. Okay. You need to think about is there water on that location? Does it take a pump to pump water out of a well? Okay. Then say you have to use some sort of an electric pump to get water out of that well. Well, therefore, you need to, if you're thinking that that's going to be your bug out location, you need to invest in a generator that will get that water out of that well. Okay. You need to invest in probably 100 gallons of gas to run that generator. All right. Just saying, there's things that you really need to think about. If the grid was to go down or natural disaster, anything like that, the old shit hits the fan deal, right? So you need to think about a lot of things, and there's still things every once in a while. I'll be on YouTube surfing around, looking at prepping stuff, looking at other people's preps, that they'll post all over the social media and everything, and I'll be like, I don't have that, and that was a good idea. So, within a week or so, before I forget about what I saw, I try to make that happen. So that way I have that same thing in my preps, right? But, when you feel as though, and there's nothing wrong with having a community of preppers, okay? But to get on social media and tell everyone and show everyone everything you have, I don't think is a good idea either, because when it comes to grid down being down long enough, whether it be natural disaster or the shit hits the fan, you don't want to be a target, okay? If everyone and their brother knows what you have and you have posted it on social media time and time again, and you've told everyone, hey, this is what I have, this is what I have, this is what I did. Sure, that information is great to be out there, okay? That's how we learn. But me personally, I don't want everyone and their brother to know everything I have, okay? Because you may become a target. And a lot of people in the prepping community, I think they understand this, whether they'll admit it or not. They can be, you can get in a mindset where you think, okay, I've got this little section of land that I'm going to go to, and you cannot patrol your land 24/7. It's going to take a group of people. Okay, it takes community. It takes people to protect things and to protect a way of life. Okay, if you think you're going to take care of all your preps by yourself, you are sadly mistaken. That's one reason why I don't want everybody to know what I have. Okay, because I don't want to be a target in a grid down situation, right? So don't prep, but don't let everybody know what you got, because all it takes is that one gun barrel sticking out of the bushes, all right, to end you. You're done. I don't care. You're done. And then everything you've prepped for, everything you love and hold dear, everything you've worked for your entire life is gone with that one pull of the trigger. Okay? That's it. It's over. It's done. They have everything you have worked for. Okay? So why would you want to put that out there where everyone knows every item you have? Every item you have. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm guilty about putting, some of my firearms on YouTube and all my knives, and, I try to get information out there to help people, but it still scares me because I don't want to be a target, so keep that in mind. Prep, do your preps, get things you need, food, water, learn how to do basic survival skills, get some training know how to take care of wounds, because chances are you're going to be doing things that you're not used to doing. There's a good chance of getting hurt. So you just have to adapt. You have to adapt smart. Every step you make, everything you do in any sort of an emergency grid down situation, any sort of a natural disaster, anything you do could potentially hurt you. All right. And if you don't have the accessibility to get to a hospital, you're going to suffer. Okay. And infections, cuts, bruises, broken limbs, you're going to have to endure some pain. So you need to learn how to work safe. I see this in my job all the time. I work in the mining industry, and I see this all the time. We get new guys off the street that doesn't really know safety. Okay. You have to learn, you have to think about every move you make before you go into that move in order to come out at the end of the day safe, unhurt, unscathed. All right. So think about everything you do. All right. I've got a bad back. All right. I have a bad back. I work every day. I work all the time. I work on this farm. I work in the mining industry, and I calculate every move I make all day long, every day, to not hurt my back. All right. Because if I hurt my back and I'm out of work for 6 months for a surgery or something, that's going to be devastating. My wife can't take care of this farm. not all by herself for 6 months. There ain't no way. And I have a lot of family and friends that can help me out. Yeah, but I would feel horrible to ask them and have to take care of all my stuff while I was down trying to heal. So you have to think safety, 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 and you have to have your preps. All right, in case things happen. But as far as this hurricane goes, we need to just keep praying. There's been a lot of churches around our area that have sent down loads of supplies, food, water, you name it. And I'm from southeastern Missouri, and there's been a lot of people here that has done their part in getting supplies where they're needed. And as Americans, we just need to fight for our own. Fight for our own, help our own, because the government's not going to help you. Okay. And they're like, oh, you're going to get $700 and something. Really? Really? You think $700 is going to replace half of a lifetime? No, it's not. It's not going to replace. It's going to get you through. Maybe. So anyway, dogs are barking. They're hungry. Horses are down there whinnying. Chickens, roosters are crowing. It's early morning, just broke daylight. I'm gonna have to go get some feeding done. But keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. And I think that's all I got for today. So I'll get out of here. Sorry guys, my camera cut out there. Anyway, dogs are barking. I got to get out of here. I was just about to end the video anyway. Just like I was saying, keep everyone in your thoughts and prayers. Donate if you can. Chandler's Legacy Farm. If you like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe, give me a thumbs up button. And we'll get out of here. We will. See ya.